only No More 2 and DT2 are banned.
No, they got No Mod 2 got protected. And No Mod 6 got protected. No Mod 2, Freylord protected it.
Okay, so it's Hidden 2 and DT2 that are banned.
It's like we never left it all. Yeah, so Hidden 2 and what else?
Hidden 2, DT2 are banned. Freylord banned Hidden 2.
Okay, nice.
So now we're going for Blues pick.
Okay. Hidden 3 is... this is an interesting pick. But she can't pay me. He's like a notorious hidden hater. I don't know, maybe he's like really cooked with this one. Maybe he just knows. Maybe he's a fake hidden hater. Yeah, he does find the first miss. And the second miss.
Okay, Dasha, I'll leave you to commentate alone for now.
Okay.
I'm actually gonna try to solve what's actually happening.
Okay.
Alright. Later.
See ya. Freylord has broken a bit now. But given the way these players have been playing, I don't know if either of them will be goated on the key eyes. Yeah. About what I thought, neither of them can really hit this. Okay, there we go. On the smaller cut patterns, where there's not like 16 notes straight of it, both players are starting to hold a little bit, but advantage Freylord got a bit of combo built up. Chikonpeni just finding that miss at the ending. Of course, giving Freylord the chance of that free combo. Axe, very similar though. Yeah, he's really just struggling with the filler a lot. This hold from Freylord, he's starting to get an incredibly insurmountable looking lead. He finally finds a bunch of misses, but like again, Shion can't really play the filler of this map, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, and Freylord looks a lot more comfortable on this second Ki than he was on the first. Maybe the sight read not really helping him. I'm pretty sure this is a sight read. But I mean, a very solid first breakpoint for Freylord. About 100k score advantage by the end of it. Finding that combo from the middle of the map. And with an immediate breakpoint, does he just go straight into the No Mod 2? The map he protected? Yeah, No Mod 2. So yeah, 255 BPM, constant tapping with some like quirky slider doubles, and I think there's a quad somewhere. You know, really terrifying stuff if you're a speed player. Bit of an immediate ACK gap. Prelude, of course, overstreaming it. Whereas Shigon Penny's UR bar is a bit all over the place. Yeah, this is kind of already looking like a second point for Freylord. I mean, Shigon Pemi's starting to put together some more combo, but Freylord's gonna have to miss a few times and he's gonna have to hold for the rest of the map. This ACK is just not helping him at all. And finds a miss on that slider. Freylord's still holding, but he does have 90% accuracy. But it's still much better than Shigon Pemi, of course. Get into the next tapping section. And yeah, I think it's already past the point of no return. Will both players hit the jumps? Oh, look at these aim players go. You know they're not speed players, they hit the jumps. Freylord's actually been recovering his ACK a little bit as well as the map's gone on. He nearly overaims that dream, but Freylord narrowly manages to clutch up. And he finally finds those misses near the end of the map. Just a slight overaim for an unfortunate choke, but I mean 90% ACK. He won't be too torn up about it. Meanwhile, Shigon Pemi is 2 missed and actually got 700 combo. It's just like 77 ACK. But yeah, it's second point for Freylord, and now Shigon Pemi just immediately going into his protect. Now this one is always interesting because sometimes people just like go off on this map like Ozzy did, and sometimes people just can't play this map at all. They just don't feel comfortable on it. It's always like kind of a gamble, unless your name is like Pixemu. Yeah, pigs mentioned. My god. But yeah, I think the rules should still hold up. We'd be able to tell who can probably play this better in the first 10 seconds. Okay, the rule didn't hold up this time. Neither player's missed yet. In fact, Shigon Pemi finds the first miss. Does have ACK definitely on his side though, which is keeping him in it. Finally that miss for Freylord coming in. As we get onto the Ki. Second miss for Freylord there. And yeah, with that ACK especially, Shigonpemi should be feeling pretty good, even without any combo. Freylord's just been over-tapping this map. In fact, they have roughly equal combo, pretty much. But in fact, that miss on the Ki from, the filler from Freylord, kind of huge. I think there's not much Freylord can really do unless he decides to hit the rest of the map. Shigonpemi looking a bit more comfortable on this map. It's looking like he actually practiced it a decent amount. Maybe he's just more comfortable on the AR combined with the CS. Yeah, as we come into the last Ki, looking like a point for Shigonpemi finally on the board, but both protected maps gone. Yeah, Freylord especially struggling with a bit of a flaw-aim on this map, I think. Finding those overaims very easy to do with the CS and this AR combined. On maps like this, you just practice for tapping so that you get decent accuracy, right? And that's kind of what happened on this map, but Freylord also struggled a lot more on those Ki's compared to Shigonpemi, who finishes out with a pretty solid 300k. But now Freylord gets to pick. DT4. Opting to go for the high BPM map that plays like ult. And out of the DTs left, this is probably the best one for Freylord. Opting to go into that high BPM range. Shigonpemi doesn't play that much DT aim. I'm pretty sure I have better DT aim scores than he does. AR Comfort might play into this. Already there's a massive ACK difference. In fact, very early miss from Shigonpemi. Just mistapped that slider, I think. I think that's a bit of an AR gap coming out at the start, at least. As the map goes on, he should get more comfortable though. Okay, and Freylord kind of made that look easy. Very, very good ACK for the first half of the map, just about. Of course, Shigonpemi did hold through that Ki, so he has got a bit of combo. It's just a bit... It's hard. It's going to be hard for him to start climbing back with his ACK. Get into the second Ki, difficulty ramps up a little bit more on this one. I don't know what happened there on Freylord's side where his cursor went to the bottom left corner, but he finally does find the miss on a triple. Jeremy did build up a little bit, but then he immediately trades it. I think the only person that's single tabbing this is like a de-rusted rail, unfortunately. Get into some more flowy ult patterns before we get into the hardest part of the map. Another miss from Freylord. But yeah, Shigon just doesn't manage to hold through that triply. Doesn't aim the slight bend downwards on it. And it's kind of a big ask to clutch up a map on the hardest part of it. Yeah, Freylord does close out about 500k. Just looking extremely comfortable on that intro, which in fact probably gave him the victory there. Shigon like sacrificed a lot of his accuracy at the start and found that very early miss. Meanwhile, Freylord just managed to hold through about half the map, and that was all it really took. Point for him. Is this no mod free coming out? DT free coming out. DT free, again, a bit of slider aim. Some higher level filler sections with like linears. They're not that bad, but they have caught people out. And then 220 burst to round out the map. It's also only AR10 compared to 10.3, so both players should be pretty comfortable on this AR. Okay, so far both players looking pretty comfortable on the intro. Freylord again just having that ACK advantage. But, I mean, assuming both players hold through this intro, come down to the Ki more. That ACK gap not quite significant enough to make a difference so far, I think. Well, that early miss on the aim from Shigon is kind of bad for him. Both players looking pretty confident on this Ki as well. But Freylord does start to find a lot of those misses into those somewhat strange linears. But again, Shigon just can't capitalize. He misses at the very end of that Ki section. He has a very slight combo advantage, and he's finally got the ACK back. But he's gonna have to hold through this filler. He can't afford to be dropping these random misses. Again, yeah, finding that miss on the overlapping 1-2. Another very crucial miss for Freylord to hold score advantage. He does immediately miss on that Ki, so he can't use it as an opportunity to build up, which is the only thing keeping Shigon in it. Shigon does actually note lock one of his jumps, but he clutches it up anyways. He finally finds a miss on that slider. Freylord does quickly miss soon after. The score lead is very close. Is it gonna flip? I don't quite think so, yeah. Unfortunately, Shigon losing this breakpoint by only about 9k, really, if he just didn't miss on any of that filler. then he would have won by probably a lot more, to be honest. But yeah, those just random misses on the easiest parts of the map really catching him out. Meanwhile, Freylord looked a lot less comfortable on those KIs. Definitely not playing him nearly as well. He managed to hold that combo for far longer. His misses were a lot more strategic. He strategically missed. And now he chooses a no mod 5. Opting for the Polyrhythm alt map. AR9 definitely being the AR kind of reading gapping a few players. Will someone hold above 80% ACK through the intro? Place your bets now. If you win, I'll give you a virtual cookie. Okay, yeah, we do actually see someone act through the intro. Preylord held like 95% through it and he just dropped act right after. We're watching on Pamy in the high 70s, low 80s range. And now this is a significant act gap. Okay, yeah. Shigonpami's starting to recover a bit of that act and Freylord dropping a little bit of it. But both players still holding, that's all that matters. Into the slower part of the map. But both acts looking somewhat stabilized, could start to go down as we get into some of the harder reading parts of the map. Some of those strange sliders which can very well catch people off. Not catching either of these two out though. And finally Shigonpami finds her first miss in this more flow alt part of the map. And Freylord still holding on. With a very nice ACK advantage, massive combo lead. This is looking like his pick to win. Coming into the last quarter, this is already looking like another Freylord point. Shigonpami finding an extra miss on that slider coming into this ending. You know, Freylord actually hits that transition into slow ult. It's caught a lot of people off so far. He hits a slow slider, he's just got the ending to hit. A very good FC from Freylord. Nearly 800k. Best score on this map. The only FC on it. The A rank 92% ACK FC. Holding some very good ACK at the start before it evened out to 92. And then he just consistently held through it. Probably helps that he looked very comfortable on the speed increases on this map especially. A lot of people have been caught out just trying to tap this map. And he was very capable of playing the ult and doing the reading. Just FC.
Hello, hello.
And
I'm
welcome back,
back.
Johnny.
How's the match going?
Freylord is winning a little bit.
Oh, okay, yeah, now I see it. 5-1, match point to Freylord.
Got an incredibly good score on No Mod 5, like the best score so far.
The polyrhythm, was it?
Yup.
Damn, okay. Yeah, I fixed the internet issue. It was not pretty.
But good to have you back finally.
Thank you, thank you. Even though I think the match may end soon.
Yeah. I suspect this guy has played before. Yeah. And opting for Hard Rock too.
I am
Oh. Freylord's been complaining about his new mouse. Maybe that'll be enough to make him just find some random misses on the precision here. Both players should be capable of playing this, but Shigonpei's been missing on a lot of filler throughout this match.
Oh, okay. Well, that is a massive lead already. Freylord spinning a lot more than she gonna pay me.
Yeah, spin to win. Who needs to be accidented when you can spin 400?
Damn, do we say anything?
Good.
Good?
I like
yeah.
cursing. I like cursing the players.
That is true.
Both players holding through the intro. Freylord with, in fact, with about equal act, I'd say. No players finding those random misses. Never mind. Freylord finds that random miss on that upwards jump.
Yeah, and this is Shigonpei's this his time to make the comeback. Or not comeback, but
Building
gap
that
in the
lead.
score. Yeah. Let's just hope he does not shit miss.
Yeah. And if he wins this, this could be the start of a Herculean effort to maybe make the comeback. Very big ask of him, I think, given some of the maps left, but I believe in him. Spin to win.
Yeah.
Spin to win.
Jeez.
Get into the second Ki. Oh, Shigonpei, I think, has narrowly held on to a few of these patterns, but another miss from Freylord. Now that is good. Your name is Shigonpei.
So have we seen a Hard Rock 2 FC?
Yep. Two of them, in fact. Violet and
damn.
Extamen.
Okay.
Yeah. This is one of the easier maps, I think. A lot of players have one miss choked it. Now both players finally trade that miss.
I just want to curse it out, you know?
Yeah, we're not gonna see an FC from either of these players, but that lead from Shigonpei, very hard to overcome. But if he misses like that...
I don't think Faye will reach 500k by the end of the song.
He's gonna need a chain miss from Shigonpei, I think. Or just a complete fall off.
Which is
unlikely.
It's almost like winning a lottery.
Yeah. With that pattern held through, there's not really any other places for Shigonpei to start sacrificing his score a bit alter. So Freylord, unfortunately, I think the score gap just a bit too wide for him to overcome.
Yeah, Freylord cannot reach 500k at all. By the looks of it.
And he does miss on the 1-2s, and Shigonpei decides to curse a dance with him. But there's big point for Shigonpei. Now 5-2. I think it's still a very big ask of him to win any of the alt or tech maps, but you never know.
Yeah, do we have any DT picks left or not really?
DT1.
DT1.
DT4 and DT3 both went to Freylord.
Yeah, okay. So you might expect some DT1. I wouldn't be
Yeah,
too surprised.
some aim abusing angle. Yup, DT1.
Yep, there we go.
This map has some pretty awkward jumps. You've got like cross screens into very tiny like 3-star spacing jumps,
Hmm.
but they're at somewhat awkward angles, and it's always like really strange to go from cross screen to noob pattern.
Yeah. So
Take
how
a lot
has
of control.
Shigon Pain's me DT performance going so
He
far?
found like a lot of random misses on the filler section of DT3, but he played the Kiais a lot better.
Hmm.
Uh, kind of the same story on DT4, I'd say. Freylord was a lot better on the Kiais, but
Uh
Shigonpei also hit them. He just missed on the filler and had bad act.
okay, so okay, in theory, this should be close.
Yeah, you're
But
hoping so.
things can happen and yeah. We'll see how it goes.
I mean, Freylord's picking into it. He must feel confident. Hopefully we don't see any more of those just random misses on nothing from Shigonpei. Kind of been tormenting him on this DT pull. Already a little bit of an act gap, but you know, it's only the intro.
Hmm.
Kind of a recurring story with these DT maps. Freylord just starts off with better act. Yeah. Finally getting to those jumps. Yep, very early first miss from Shigonpei. Start of the Ki.
Yeah.
And a second one. Yeah, Freylord does find that miss though. And a second one with those larger 1-2s.
Okay, so Shigon Pimi has a combo lead, and this is the filler section. There was no
Yeah.
way.
There's no way he misses, right, guys?
Yeah.
He has been looking like somewhat shaky, you know, like his aim is controlled, but sometimes you just do see like a bit of random shakiness.
Yeah. Must be the patterns then. Probably. Probably not too comfortable with it.
Second Ki coming up. Lots of these strange linears into snap patterns. That does make Shigonpei miss. Freylord still holding on. Okay, now Freylord, he holds through this Ki, which he doesn't.
Oh no.
Missing on that square. He was starting to get that insurmountable lead type combo. This is where we have some of the bursts.
Yeah, so Shigon Pimi, he missed he missed on the first and second ki pretty early, and then Freylord just missed at the end of each ki,
Yeah.
which is insane. So this is Shigon Pimi's opportunity to decrease the score gap and try and make the lead.
He's gonna have to hold through this somewhat strange linear section. And yeah, he does unfortunately just miss going into it. Freylord's been looking a lot more confident at the start of his like harder aim sections, which has been making all the difference.
Yeah.
Does finally find the miss, but yeah, that trade from Shigonpei, it's looking a bit doomed. And yeah, it's looking like a match right there.
Is that a spin at the end?
I don't think any amount of spinning's gonna help out here.
But yeah, Shigon Pimi had a lot of opportunities, but just fumbled on the very important.
Found some unstrategic misses.
Yeah.
Does he
That
hit the spinner?
combo, yeah. Oh damn. Wait, there was a spin at the end.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? If Shikon Penny did develop that combo, for some reason I feel like he would have lost because of the spinner.
It's true.
I wouldn't be too
And
surprised.
that does mean that Freylord has won 6-2. Good job, Freylord. A nice try, Shigon Pay Me. That's the final round for semi-finals on a Wednesday. Yippee!
Woohoo!
And that does mean that Freylord will get to face off against Violet in the finals, which I'm sure will be very exciting. And I mean, Shigon Pay Me gets to face, trying to remember, Moko, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Stay tuned for the next match whenever. I'm sure it'll be like sometime on the weekend.
Yeah, alright.
I'm not checking that.
Alright, see you guys, and thanks for staying by. Bye
Bye
bye.
bye. Wow, I made 800 points.
Man. Wait. Is House okay? I think Hellstone's AFK. Okay, we will rate someone. Who
Yeah, who are we rating?
who are we
Uh,
rating?
yeah, I'm one of the three others in case you were curious.
Someone quickly start a stream so I can raid.
If no one starts, you can always raid Pala, right?